Hello YouTube, this is Kuzil and welcome back to episode 8 of my KuzilCraft mod pack playthrough. So as promised, today I'm going to go through ore tripling through Mekanism. So we're going to take one piece of ore and we're going to triple it into 3 ingots instead of getting just 1 ingot from it. So like I said, at the end of last episode, I showed you how to make 2 ingots from 1 piece of ore, but today we're going to see how to do 3. Now I brought some of this over here. This isn't exactly, I'm still thinking about how I want to set up everything. So right now I've got 6 of these metallurgic infusers. That's all I'm going to need for the entire playthrough of Mekanism, but I don't quite think I want them like this. So what I want this is going to be multiple floors. So what I'm going to be doing on this first floor is just ore tripling is going to be on this floor. Power generation through the biogenerator, and various odds and ends like these metallurgic infusers and whatnot. So, but anyway, so today what we're going to do is we're just going to start off on one of these sides, and I'm just going to kind of build it through to the end. Actually, I'm gonna just do it over here since this is where my power is. So yeah, we're just gonna play it through to the end, and then I'll probably in between episodes just take it all down and move it kind of to where I want it to be. Still, like I said, I'm still thinking about the layout of this building. I think it's plenty big enough. We'll probably have our item storage and access over here, as well as our elevator, and we've got a pretty cool elevator system in that we've got coming up. I want to show you. So let's just get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to just tear down this wall and just access all of these power cables just straight off the bat here. So let me put down my crafting table, and we're going to start off with making a smelter. An electric or energized smelter. So this is going to be not that one there. Where's it at? There it is, right there. So this is going to require a steel casing, 2 of these basic control circuits, which remember last episode I showed you was redstone and osmium. So we're going to let those cook, and we're going to put the rest of this together. So to make our steel casing, let's just make all 3 of these. I think I'm going to need a 4th one as well, so I may run back real quick and put some more sand in the cooker. So let's make this. I think it was on this page here. Okay, so 2 pieces of glass, 4 redstone. Yeah, we're definitely going to need more glass. I just tossed it all in there. All right, let's go make a whole bunch real quick. Okay, here is our glass. We'll head back and finish this up. So the smelter, think of the smelter as like either the furnace from Ender.io, the alloy furnace, or just a powered furnace. Yeah. Page, there we go. Put all those in there, and we're going to stick the furnace all the way on this end over here. So let's grab our power conduits, and oops, that's not where I wanted to put it. There we go, right there. Okay, sorry about that. So that's there. This is going to be our end product. This is where we're going to have our dust that's being made from our doubling system here, right? And I did say doubling on purpose. Okay, so the next thing in our list is we're going to want an enrichment chamber. Now we're actually going to want 3 of these. So this is here. So this is our enrichment chamber. So we're going to want 6 of these. All right, so there should be 60 in there. Okay, and while those are cooking, let's make another steel casing. Just like that. There we go. And then, yeah, so we're just going to toss in kind of what we have here. Look at the recipe one more time. Is that right? No. Nope. There we go. And then we'll run sleep since we have a moment while we have to wait for those. So I was thinking about putting on a texture pack. There's one that I kind of like, and I don't know if you guys know what a texture pack is, but it changes the look of the blocks. They call them resource packs now. But yeah, it changes kind of everything. I have the capability of doing shaders, and I was thinking about doing a shaders episode just to kind of compare what that looks like. That's the one that's kind of like a mod that adds shadows to the game. It's pretty cool. So yeah, I may do that and just see what you think about it. Okay. So let's put that there, and then I'm going to put one just kind of here, and then I'm going to put another one here, and I'll tell you why I put that one there in a second. Okay, so now as stuff is being flowed, as the flow of stuff comes into this, what we want to do is we want to take input on the right side here, and we want to output on the left side. And like I said, it doesn't matter where the energy is. And then we want auto eject. And we'll come into the smelter. So this is the last thing that happens. We want to input here, and we will output at the top. So we'll put a chest up here. Okay. So then the next thing that you want is a crusher. Now we've made a crusher before. So that is just, let's see, I think it's here. So 2 more of these basic redstone control circuits. So now that we have one of these, I want to show you something. So you take a piece of redstone here. So you know how if I put a piece of redstone in here, it's just worth 10 redstone over here? Well, if you put one piece of redstone in an enrichment chamber, it turns it into compressed redstone. And that compressed redstone is worth 80. So instead of using one piece of redstone per operation, use one piece of redstone to turn it into compressed redstone, and now I can make 8 from that one piece of redstone that we used. So this is a good idea to automate this. Anytime you want to feed redstone, and this works with coal. So instead of just putting coal in here, stick it in an enrichment chamber first, and it turns it into compressed coal. Yeah, pretty cool, huh? So there's the 2 of those that we need. So let's make this. Go over here. Oh, I need another machine casing. Okay, like so. That in the middle. Now we can come over here and make another crusher. Okay, so let's dump that back in our inventory. Come over here, put the crusher here, and we're going to input on the left side, output on the right side, and we will have energy in the back, and we want to do auto eject. So what's going to happen is whatever gets put into this crusher is going to then be auto ejected into this enrichment chamber, which is then going to be auto ejected into this energetic smelter. Okay, so why did I make this 3rd enrichment chamber? So this is the piece that triples. This is called the purification chamber. Okay, so if we go to, I think it's one of these latter pages here, this one here. This is the purification chamber. So it takes an enrichment chamber, takes 2 pieces of osmium for these enriched alloys, but then it takes an advanced control circuit, which is just a regular control circuit with more enriched alloy. So let's make another one of these. Let's make 3 more. All right, so we've got this. We've got some of these. So let's make 1, 2. Just like that. And then we'll put that there. Oops, that there. That, and then the osmium. So this is a purification chamber. So we put our purification chamber here. This is the thing that triples them. We can kind of input from the top. That's fine. We'll output on the left. And what we actually want coming in the left is purple. Okay, so if we look in here, there's a purple block, whereas none of these other ones. It's got green for power, red and blue, green, red, and blue, green, red, and blue. Okay, so these are very basic. This one has a purple. Well, what do we put in the purple? Ah, good. Glad you asked. Okay, so I'm going to take this iron powder. Now, if you want to know how to get from an iron ingot down to an iron powder, you can stick that in a crusher, and it will turn it back into a powder of some sort. Or what I did is I used our sag mill and just put them in there. But it works here too. It'll be a different kind of dust, but it'll be the same thing. Iron powder, iron dust, they both work. And then we're going to take and we're going to grab these. I'm going to put 2 in here, 1 in here, and then I'm going to put 8 pieces of iron in here. Actually, I'm going to put 16. Might as well make them all, right? And then I'm going to come over here and make 8 more of these. Just for fun. You don't really need them for today's episode. Alright, so what I've got going on here is I decided to put the crusher on the bottom, and then I've got the Ender IO item conduits coming out the side. So in my item config, I've got the output over here, and those conduits are putting it in up here. Now these, for some reason, have to come in what is considered their left side, right? So remember that this is the front. When you put the block down, the energy square is facing you. So if you think about this, this is the back, this is the left side, this is the right side, okay? So that goes in the right side, and it stores up a stack here plus an entire thing of fuel here. So this is putting out 140 RF. Each of these are taking, oops, this is 20 each, okay? This one's going to take 80, so that's going to be quite expensive. So if I add up 80 plus 20 plus 20 plus 20, plus a couple more pieces that we're going to have, we're going to be running low on power. So I went ahead and made a reserve here. Are these done? These are done. Just grab these, that's plenty. And then what we're going to make is called an electrolytic separator. Now this is something that kind of exists in real life, and what these do is they take water and they break them down into hydrogen and oxygen. So this is what we're looking for here, electrolytic separator, and that's what we're trying to break them down into the different parts there. So this takes 2 of these, 4 redstone or 2 redstone, 4 iron, and then this electrolytic core. Not too hard. That's why I went ahead and made those ahead of time. So we'll make that, and then we'll come back over here, and we'll make this. No problem. Okay, so let's put this kind of like, here is fine. No, I don't like that. I don't know if it matters. What we want to do is let's see. We want oxygen that comes out the right side. Just thinking ahead here. Yeah, we'll stick it. We'll stick it like this, and then we'll run energy conduit here. Okay, now what we need is a couple more types of conduit. So let's come over to Ender IO, and we're going to make a fluid conduit, which is just this quite clear glass. Which is, come on, there we go. Take 3 pieces of glass and make quite clear glass. So I'm going to take these and make some of that. And we're going to need, how many did it say? 3 of them? So let's go do that real quick. So if we come into our smelter, okay, we're going to take our furnace mode, and then we're going to grab 3 of these. Oops. Just stick them in Let's do all smelting at the moment, because I think this is technically considered an alloy. So if we go over to alloys only, that's what this is considered here. So we're making a glass alloy out of pure glass. That's funny. But it comes out as quite clear glass. So it'll pop up here. And we need 3 of them. Perfect. So let's grab some more conduit binder. If we have any, let's see. Where did I put my conduit binder? Or where did the thing automatically put it for me? I'm sure you saw it right away, and I didn't. If you want to turn off Wayla, I thought there was a way to do that. Maybe not. I'll have to take a look. So I'm not seeing it. So let's make some more. Okay, so we need 5 gravel, 2 sand, 2 clay. And then I thought clay was over here somewhere. Here we go. Okay, we'll burn this. I thought I've been keeping all my conduit binder over here in this chest, but I've probably used it all already. Oh yeah, we gotta go back to furnace. Now if you keep this in all smelting, it'll do both. It'll do both the alloy and regular furnace, so you don't have to keep switching back and forth. I generally like to keep this in all smelting if I'm not using it for ore doubling. But now that we have ore doubling, I'm going to discontinue that. That way, whatever I want in here, and I'm just gonna kind of clean this up a little bit. So I don't need all those. Okay. So we'll grab 6 of this, and then we also need the does this do gas as well? I don't remember. Just a fluid conduit. Yeah, I'm going to assume it does both gas. That might be a bad assumption. Well, if it doesn't do gas, we can always make the mechanism stuff from it. Just out of curiosity. There we go, pressurized tube. That's just glass. Okay, we've got enough. We've got all we need. Okay, we'll head back over here, and I think we'll be good to go. I think I have a zombie chasing me. Not today, sir. Not today. He might find his way up here, actually. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to feed water into here. Remember I said how in real life this takes water and separates it into hydrogen and oxygen? So we're going to take water and we're going to do that through a pump. And I'm going to put my pump right here. I brought water. Okay, now let's take a look at what the pump requires. Pump is this right here, the electric pump. And it is kind of back here on this page. Need another steel casing. I'm glad I made a lot of glass. And 4 more of this. And I made a whole stack. And oh, he's gonna be annoying, isn't he? All right, let's just go. All right. So then we'll come back here and we'll go back a couple. Hit this. Plenty. Okay, now this has 2 sides to it. You can kind of see in the picture. This side right here, this is power. This side up here on the top is where the water comes out. So whatever way is away from you, that's where the power is going to go. See how it went? The power went over here. So now this is going to automatically start pumping water since it's connected to power, and it's going to put it in its internal storage. So let's grab our quite clear glass. Say that 5 times fast. And then we'll grab our conduit binder and then we'll come up here and make this. So we're going to come out the top, we're going to come over to the side, and then down into here. So now we don't want it to come into here again, so we'll just right click on there. Now if I were to come into this inventory, so now that there's 2 pipes here, we're gonna, when we click on here, we've got 2 things over here. So this is gonna be the power, this is gonna be your fluid. So we want this to insert, right? And you'll notice that it worked because of the arrow. The arrows are pointing the way that the fluid is going. And then this one we're going to extract without. So now that should be filling with water. This has got power here, right? So this is going to be filling up with water. Now this has got 63,000 RF. Now we're only interested in the oxygen. So what we want to do is we'll just dump the hydrogen. We don't really need the hydrogen. So what that's going to do is it's out this side or whatever. It's going to just throw the oxygen or the hydrogen up into the air, which is fine. We don't really care. And then what we want to do is the oxygen, which is on the right side here, the right tank, is going to come out this right side. And we want to feed that into our enrichment chamber. So let's try this. I think since I'm feeding it in here, we're going to have to change this to the front. Just like that. So we want to bring it straight over here. The reason I don't want to come here is because if I put a fluid conduit here, it's going to connect with this fluid conduit and fill it with water. And I don't want to do that. So let's come here and here. And oh, it's not connecting because it's not a fluid. Okay. So that'll be fine. So then we can come back in here and do that. Okay. So we're going to have to just stick with our Mekanism pressurized tubes. It doesn't look like it'll work. So all you do is just take 2 steel ingots and a piece of glass and you got your pressurized tube. All right. Now, one thing I have to make, since I'm using this tubing here, I have to make a little controller. I was kind of hoping I didn't have to make that. Okay, so this is gonna, I have to make this because you'll notice this isn't pulling the gas out. We've got oxygen in here and it's not coming out. So I have to configure the pipe, unfortunately. So that means I'm gonna have to come back in here and make some more, make that little configurator. It's no big deal. So it's 2 enriched alloy, a lapis, a stick, and then this energy tablet, which is just 3 pieces of gold, which is what I'm coming in here for those 3 pieces. Oh, in here. 3 pieces of gold. No big deal. Alrighty. Let's grab this too. And we'll come over here and hopefully this will all be working pretty easily without any problems. I should have grabbed some ore. Maybe I'll do that real quick after I get this set up. That way you can see it working. Okay, so I'm gonna do that there. Oh, I need some more. See, let's see how this becomes a mess quickly. There's like pipes going everywhere. So the idea is to hide most of this behind walls or something, so that it's automated and all you see is these machines, or even just the final product if you want. Oh, hey, look. So I recommend just keeping a stock of all of these. Just keep them coming. Alright, there's our energy tablet. And then we're going to need 2 more of these. I forgot to grab the lapis and the stick. No big deal. Where is it at? There's a lapis. And where's my sticks? There they are. There we go. Now I wanted to show you something real quick since I'm here. In my farm, I don't know what mod does this, but if you just right click on the crop, it keeps it planted and gives you whatever else. So for wheat, it gives you the seed and the wheat itself. So, which is really handy, right? I can just come in here and right click instead of having to replant everything. It's really, really nice. So for my biofuel, I just run through there real quick, pick up a bunch of stuff, and just right click. Bring it over here to my crusher, crush it into biofuel, and we're good to go. So what I'll probably do next episode is I'll probably put another biogenerator on top of here so that we can see all of this working properly all at once. And then I'll auto feed the crusher with whatever. All right, there we go. Come over here. Lapis, stick. There's our configurator. Now we need to charge it, so we come over to our generator, stick it over here. That'll charge it. And let's take a look at our controls for it. So if I scroll down to Mechanism, there we go. And I've got it set to Z. This is, I think, something else by default. Z is what I want. Okay, that's plenty of power. So I'm going to hold Shift and hit Z until it goes to gases. Configure gas. And then I'm going to come to this little, see how there's like a little hitbox, little box that surrounds there? Then I'm going to Shift right click until it says pull. See how it says connection type changed to push, connection type changed to pull? That's what we want. We want it to do that. So now when I click on my enrichment chamber, I have oxygen in here. So I'm going to cut real quick and go grab some like iron or whatever ore I can find, and I'll be right back. Okay, I was lucky enough to find some copper pretty quick. So let's take, oh, it's in here. I was like, where'd it go? Okay, so I'm going to take this copper. I'm going to stick one piece in. And what this is going to do is it's going to turn it into 3 clumps of copper. See? Copper clump. Now, auto eject on. Turns those 3 copper clumps into the crusher. It's going to do its thing and turn it into dirty dust, I believe. There we go. Dirty copper dust. And then that dirty copper dust is going to be sent into this enrichment chamber to be turned into regular dust. Okay, and then that regular dust is then smelted into an ingot. So there you go. You take your piece of ore and it turns into 3 times that many ingots. Crazy. Yeah, it's pretty easy to set up. It wasn't too expensive, right? You know, just a little bit of redstone, a little bit of iron, a little bit of osmium, and apparently a little bit of gold, and we're good to go. So yeah, that's today's episode. I love that I can just come in here and just kind of dump everything, and it sorts it. Creates a spot for it if it needs to. So good. Yeah. Alright guys, in the next episode, I don't know, we'll take a look at some things, and hopefully I'll have this building over here figured out. Maybe I'll show you the super cool elevator. Maybe I'll show you something else. We'll see. I'll put it together and it'll be fun. Hope you enjoyed the show. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.